After he was attacked, he walked this way trying to get help from this bail bonding company. He went to the bondsman, who tells us he had blood coming from his right arm. In fact, the wreckage is so widespread, they gave us a ride about 300 yards away from that piece, up a hill to see the rest of the damage. He says he was walking down the hallway when he saw the suspect rifling through this drawer. Good news here right now is that none of those firefighters were injured enough that they had to be taken to the hospital. He says the suspects then got out of the car and tried to make a run for it down the driveway into the backyard, where you can see their footprints in the snow. The victim's daughter says that her father was simply trying to make it to that convenience store. It's about 2 blocks from his home. Well, Richard, if you read the police report, it sounds like these suspects were determined to outrun and outdrive police, even if that meant putting lives in danger along the way. This is pretty much what you'll come to expect. You know, the classes were canceled here for Ole Miss students today, so many of them spent it on the beautiful Grove, where on game days you'd see tons of students and fans here. Today there's about 12 snowmen. I happen to like this one the best. I don't know about you guys, but this is one of my favorites. Let me show you some video. Happening right now, heavy rain, gusty winds, and colder temperatures can't stop the mail from being delivered, and they can't stop shoppers waiting for Black Friday sales either. Hope you're enjoying your holiday. I'm Tom Powell. Developing tonight, a Memphis Grizzly under arrest. Hamed Haddadi and his girlfriend both charged with assault after an overnight fight that started in the bedroom. The NBA player and his girlfriend wound up spending part of the holiday in the hospital, then both went to jail. The police report gives details of a bloody fight at a downtown apartment complex. Now, police charged both Haddadi and his girlfriend with domestic assault. Haddadi posted his $1,000 bond tonight. In the meantime, the Grizzlies GM says he's aware of the situation, but is waiting to comment until police sort out all the facts. 2 new scams out this week target eBay and Twitter users. WREG's Melissa Moon is on your side with more on what you need to know to protect yourself from these latest phishing scams.
Talked about what could be heading our way.
And he's got a lot more to say in his 7-day forecast. I don't think it's good either. Ahead also, he was called the honeymoon killer. Now an Alabama man who served prison time in Australia for his wife's drowning is back on U.S. soil.
If you've ever bought a Louis Vuitton purse, you know they're very expensive, which is why cops say these guys decided to steal a few.
And Chris is testing a new product that promises to make cooking a lot faster and easier. But does it work? First at 4, this Thanksgiving Day has been quite a roller coaster weather-wise. Unseasonably warm this morning, and now the cold temperatures are making their way into the Mid-South. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for News Channel 3 First at 4. Hope you're having a great holiday. I'm Tom Powell, in for Alex and April. Let's get you right over to the On Your Side Weather Center. Thank you, Tim. Along with enjoying time with family this holiday, this is when shopping kicks into high gear. Black Friday may be a few hours away for most stores, but some have already opened their doors for bargain hunters. Sears was open for a few hours earlier today. Old Navy opened more than 800 stores to kick off its big sale. And with the huge crowds waiting outside stores, store managers and Memphis police are prepared to use all kinds of strategies to keep the peace. Toys for the little ones in your life will no doubt be on your list, but there is some trouble in Toyland. WREG.com's George Brown has information you need to know about dangerous toys. Of course, today is about being thankful for what we have and giving back. More than 1,200 needy Mid-Southerners were served a grand feast. Thanksgiving Day is a time for some to sit around the table and enjoy a meal with family and friends. But some in the Mid-South prefer to hear the bells and whistles of the casinos instead. Thank you for joining us for News Channel 3 at 4:30. I'm Tom Powell. Some say spending the holiday in Tunica is the perfect way to celebrate. Can't imagine why. 3 on your side, watchdog Mike Matthews is live with more. Here's a News Channel 3 follow-up that will definitely get you into the Christmas spirit. A group set up to help grandparents who are raising kids all over again get some much-needed help from you. Well, now that you've polished off the turkey, many people will be ready to kickstart the holiday shopping season with Black Friday sales. Those cards will now hold their value for 5 years. Well, it's all part of the holiday tradition. Giant balloons, marching bands, and celebrities taking over the streets of New York City.
I'm on Welga.
And listen to this. Jacqueline started singing at 5 years old. She released her first CD at 7 and has just released a new CD. It's called Promise. Well, a Virginia woman has a lot to be thankful for. After losing her service dog in another state, she'll soon be reunited with her 4-legged friend thanks to technology. You've put away the leftovers. Now many of you are ready to trim the tree. We're on your side with some information about potential dangers. Stay with us.
Thank you so much for joining us on this Thanksgiving Day. We hope you had a wonderful holiday.
Remember, News Channel 3 Daybreak now starts at 4:30 a.m. We'll see you all tomorrow. Good night. Developing tonight, a Memphis Grizzly under arrest. Hamed Haddadi and his girlfriend both charged with assault after an overnight fight that started in the bedroom. The NBA player and his girlfriend wound up spending part of the holiday in the hospital, then both went to jail. The police report gives details of a bloody fight at a downtown apartment complex. It was 3:30 in the morning. Police responded to the Metro 67 apartments on Madison. A witness told police she called 911 after she saw NBA player Hamed Haddadi choke his girlfriend. Police say she was bleeding profusely from her head and hand, that she had bruises around her neck and a black eye. According to court papers, she was extremely intoxicated. Officers say Haddadi was also bleeding and had scratches on his face. The folks here at Express Deli, which is just down the block from the apartment building, say they know Haddadi because he's in the NBA and also because he's a regular customer. I brought in a copy of the police report. So that all surprises you, huh?
Yeah, this really surprised me.
Another worker at the store says he just saw the couple. They came in together.
They coming together, got a 212-bag beer, Budweiser.
Police say Haddadi and his girlfriend gave conflicting reports. They both say the fight started right before they were about to get intimate. From there, it's he said, she said. She says they argued because he saw her talking to another man. She says he choked her and pushed her up against a wall. He says she fell out of bed, went to the bathroom, picked up a soap dispenser and tried to throw it at him. He says he hit her in the side of the face with that dispenser, then she started throwing other things. Now police charged both Haddadi and his girlfriend with domestic assault. Haddadi posted his $1,000 bond tonight. In the meantime, the Grizzlies GM says he's aware of the situation, but is waiting to comment until police sort out all the facts. Relatives say Judson and his wife Elizabeth were fun-loving and charitable. Tonight we talked with the folks who first spotted the plane after it crashed. That's Eddie Ray Michaels behind the wheel. Fred Lancaster's in the passenger seat. Michaels works on this farm off of County Road 561. Lancaster runs a convenience store just down the street. They say a strong storm rolled through between 9:30 and 10 a.m.
And after the thunderstorm was over with, Eddie Ray came out of the office.
This is what he saw off in the hay patch.
I thought it was a piece of tin laying out there, and it ended up being an airplane wing.
So Michaels called in the sheriff, who says what you're looking at was part of a Beechcraft Bonanza. It's registered to Atlanta millionaire Jim Judson Jr. A family friend tells us 52-year-old Judson and his wife, 51-year-old Dr. Elizabeth Judson, flew to the Olive Branch Airport over the weekend. They came to watch their daughter compete in a collegiate golf tournament in Memphis. We're told they were flying back to the DeKalb Peachtree Airport in Georgia when the plane crashed.
We've just been looking, searching.
The more they searched, the more they found. A seat, luggage, and then the part of the wing that initially caught Michael's eye. In fact, the wreckage is so widespread, they gave us a ride about 300 yards away from that piece, up a hill to see the rest of the damage. This is what we saw once we got over the hill. Investigators will sort through all of it to try and determine what caused the crash. A crash that claimed the lives of both people on board.
May God be with them and their families. This is a tragic situation.
These DeSoto County school buses will remain parked tomorrow for another snow day. As you mentioned, there is still a lot of snow around, and the fear that this snow and slush that's on the roadways will refreeze is why they decided to shut down school tomorrow again. Late Monday, some popular DeSoto County businesses remain closed due to weather. Major roadways were clear of snow, but it's the remaining water and slush that now has law enforcement and drivers nervous.
Roads are going to freeze over again.
We could barely get out of our driveway.
Further south on the campus of Ole Miss, where 8 to 10 inches fell, classes were canceled Monday. Campus will be closed Tuesday as well. Allison Roten and her friends say bring on the extra snow day. Oh, you want to cancel for tomorrow? Instead of studying, some students took to snowboarding. Others were building snowmen at the stadium. And then there's this guy. who was doing a little laundry basket sledding.
The most snow I've ever seen in Mississippi, so we had to get out in it.
We need to slim them down first, get them nice and shapely. Yeah.
For some students, this is the most snow they've seen in their lifetimes, so they just couldn't pass up the opportunity to make something out of it. So you're saying this is your very first snowman ever?
Yeah, I'm from the coast, so the most I've seen is probably like a 1/4 inch of snow. So last night we went sledding down the hill.
We don't get this much snow around, in Mississippi very often. So yeah, I think it's fun to get out in.